Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today we're just going to quickly go into my Snap-on Wobble Plus extensions and why I really like these compared to some of the others. I've used a few other brands that are considered the Wobble or Wobble Plus extensions that I just didn't care for. But if you're just a DIY or weekend warrior, you could probably get away with being happy with those instead of spending the money on the Snap-on ones. So the first ones I owned were the Pittsburgh, which were just the Wobble extensions. They didn't have the Wobble Plus extension, which, if you're wondering what that is, a Wobble extension is basically just a ball end on the extension that allows it to rotate a certain amount of degrees, whereas the Wobble Plus extension has a flat portion at the base here that still allows you to use it as a normal extension or as a wobble extension. So that's a nice feature, but there are other brands with both features. Sunex has them, Clutch from Northern Tool, Gear Wrench in some of them, I believe. I ordered Gear Wrench a while back, a few years ago, and I had some, and some came in as just wobble extensions, and the half-inch drive came as Wobble Plus extensions. So that's something you need to be careful of when you decide which design you like or which one you prefer to go with. So the first ones I had were Pittsburgh. Didn't really care for those. They were just Wobble, no Wobble Plus, feature. So I didn't really care too much for those, but they were very, very affordable. So if you're a DIY or weekend warrior and you would find yourself needing those, which is nice, instead of having to use something like this in certain situations, sometimes you can get by with just using a normal socket with a Wobble Plus or Wobble extension. But I want to get into why I really like the Snap-on ones over the other ones that I've had or used in the past. And I will have some of them linked down in the description under the tools link if you guys are interested in those. So obviously the con being to these is they're going to be priced much higher than all of the other sets or all the other brands. But depending on what you do, if you do this every single day, you're probably going to be looking for something of this quality with these features over something cheaper. But there's a price range and brand out there for everybody. So just for the 1/4-inch 6-piece set, it's going to be around, I want to say, $160. I got it when I was going to college with the student discount. I want to say for about $80. And then this set, I want to say, is around $220 or $230 for the 6-piece 3/8 drive set. And I picked it up for just over $100. I think it was like $107 or something like that. So a lot more affordable, still not cheap, but a lot more affordable than what it is originally. So that saved me a lot of money right there. But this is one of my favorite Snap-on tools that I've purchased, and I couldn't be more happier. Not only does it come in the nice little blow molded cases that keep it nice and organized, same as some of the Gear Wrench ones did. Some of them came in plastic cases, some of them did not, like the half-inch drive. But this is the only one that I got from Gear Wrench that has the Wobble Plus feature. So I'll show you what I mean by this. Since it is larger, it's easier to see. So when you put the socket on all the way, it works as a normal extension. When you push it forward, that ball detent falls into there, and you can use it to get yourself some slight angle with the socket, which is really handy. So I was really glad that the half-inch drive was that way with the Gear Wrench. This is the 15-inch half-inch drive extension, so it is a pretty good length, and it holds the sockets pretty well. These are just some other 3/8 extensions that I have from Gear Wrench that are just the standard extensions. But most wobble extensions that you find available, you're going to have a ball end like that, whereas that is where the Snap-on differs, and I find the way they design this to work a lot smoother, or hold the socket a lot better. You can see the design difference there. So with the wobble extensions, you're not going to have that flat base to hold the socket straight. You're just going to have this ball, and that's it. But here you can kind of see the design difference, where here it kind of starts out slimmer at the base and works its way to a wider point up here, whereas this is kind of a partial ball. but I do find the Snap-on holds sockets a lot better, and it allows good angle with the sockets as well. So it holds it very, very nicely in the standard extension form, which I know not the gear wrench one, but I had another one with the Wobble Plus extension feature, but it did not hold the socket here whatsoever. If you didn't apply pressure, then the socket would automatically fall to the wobble portion. So the gear wrench does a decent job, but the Snap-on does a really good job of keeping it in that regular extension. And then you simply push forward and you get quite a bit of angle with these Snap-on wobble extensions. So that's really nice. Now, the one drawback to these, besides them being out of probably the price range for most DIYers or weekend warriors, is a couple of my 1/4 inch extensions. I'm not sure if just the ball detent in here, if the spring is bad or what, but it's not like it on all sockets, but my DeWalt sockets, it's really bad, is it does not hold it very well at all. And it's worse on some sockets than others. It will almost just fall off of here. And it's primarily on this one and one other one. It's really kind of a pain because when you're going to work in an area and you're going to tighten a fastener and then you go to pull it back out, your socket stays on the fastener and you get the extension, and it's just kind of annoying. And plus, if you're working down at an angle, you lose your socket half the time. So there you can kind of see it. Sometimes it grabs it and sometimes it doesn't. I just think it's a defect with the ball detent here. And then these things have been fantastic. I think the design of these are very well thought out and very well designed. I've had these for roughly 4 years. They've held up great. They're my most commonly used extensions just because it keeps me from buying a whole lot of regular extensions, because I can use these as both regular extensions and wobble extensions. So if you guys own these, or you own another brand of Wobble or Wobble Plus extensions, please drop it down in the comments, your thoughts on them, how they've held up for you. And if you own these, let me know your guys' thoughts. But I will have more Snap-on videos coming soon, so stay tuned for that, which I will be comparing a lot of my Snap-on tools to some of my other brands, so you guys can still see, it'll be a variety for those professionals and DIYers. So you can kind of get a comparison and decide which one you prefer and what price range you prefer to stay in. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down in the comment section of your guys' thoughts on Wobble Plus extensions from Snap-on, or if you would go with another brand. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.